Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown.
Points count the same no matter who scores them, but it feels like there's something extra when you get them the non-traditional way. From your special teams, an extra bounce for your squad.
And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Looking to throw right away. Pickett. And they're going to get two more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly 8-zip. So they get in for the opening drive score, and they go for two. They kept the kicker lonesome over there. They said, we don't need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Nice now.
We want them for field goals, not for PATs. They went for two and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. 21 yards. Well done on the return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
On the give, here comes Jackson.
We're down to the 41.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Second down, another carry for Jackson.
And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Bo.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 15 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
But Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, and he is in to make it 16-0. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. $16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Another run down for Nwangu.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. End up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This will be fielded at the 17. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, You've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals.
49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Second down and 4.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down. The defense a little lax there. They give up 9 on 4th and 4. Pickett back to throw. That one deep for London. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The tight end Henry here in motion.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Pickett.
And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 8.
That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Antonio Cromartie.
And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 15.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami.
2nd and 7.
It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man down the field is Henry.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
And this is where play action can be so effective. Your running game's been the driving force on this possession, so as a defense, you start shifting your focus towards stopping the run. But if an offensive coordinator sees that, he can take advantage, and they get good yardage there.
They run on first down with Jackson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Pickett will try to throw for this.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They're going to look to throw. Jags get to him as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.